Hey, what's going on? Maurice the Jedi Master is here, and I'm on a late night stroll. Not late night, really. It's really not that late. It's 8 o'clock here in Connecticut. And I have to, I know I keep making these Star Wars rant videos. And I made this whole channel dedicated to ranting about the new Star Wars. Maybe I could give some hope into these. Hopefully, somebody at EA or somebody or George Lucas is somebody somewhere, even Geeks and Gamers or that Star Wars girl or somebody or Star Wars Theory hears me out, because I am just like all the fucking fans. All right. Now, if you see my previous videos, you know a lot about me and you know what I'm about to get on. Now, I'm gonna talk about this topic or this video. I'm gonna talk about Star Wars Galaxy Edge and why I think, and if you know, I got my Kill Bill. Oh yeah, I got the Kill Bill shirt on, and I'm gonna get into my topic, my reason why Star Wars Galaxy Edge is flopped. Number one, because no one gives a shit about the Millennium Falcon anymore. And what I mean by that is it's not that no one really gives a shit about it. Is you have to understand the generations of people that, you see, Star Wars was meant to go to Universal Studio, but instead it went to Disney. If it went to Universal Studio would have built a park that was for all age groups. Meaning, the Jedi Temple probably would have been... First things first, you should have built a Coruscant. You should have built a Coruscant, Future Galactic type of, you know, cool colored blue, neon pink, neon green. Them type of colors as a Star Wars theme park. That's what you should have did. Then you should have had a Mos Eisley, maybe in another section for the older generation. Maybe that could have been a bar for the elderly, you know, 40 and up, 50 and up, you know, that generation. 26, where the real money at, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and, you know, my generation, 25 and up, it's like 35. That would have been Coruscant, you know what I'm saying? That would have been nice for us. We could have gone to the bars, you know, buy lightsabers, buy different shirts. And then, if you wanted, have the Jedi Temple also, too. But the Jedi Temple could have been for the little kids. But also, the adults would have went in there, too, you know, because adults want to see the Jedi Temple and the kids want to see the Jedi Temple. But that's how it should have been. It should have been mostly Coruscant, Mos Eisley, and then you could have had a Millennium Falcon ride or something like that, along those lines. You know, and then you maybe on another side, you know, you could have had a Alderaan, you know, for, you know, but that's how you should have had it. Like Coruscant for 25, 26, Mos Eisley for 35, 40, 50 and up, because that's that generation anyways. And then you could have had, I guess, if you want to install something from the new Jakku, was fucking trash. We're getting another desert planet like that. I'm just so disappointed with this Star Wars. But moving on to what I'm saying, even she is disappointed with Star Wars, for real, for real. The actor, she's disappointed, and you know, this is trash. I know you guys can't see me, but it's all good. But yeah, man, this how they handled this whole thing at the Galaxy Edge was just terrible. The movies was terrible. This is terrible. They should have just built a Coruscant. You know, like I said before, they should have had the Jedi Temple, a made Jedi Temple for the kids. You know, had some games and some, you know, nice stuff in there, an arcade or whatever for the young ones. And then they could have had a Mos Eisley bar, you know, drinks 21 and up. Because Mos Eisley is a slum, looks like where the slums is at. So, you know, people who are 21 and up go there. You know what I'm saying? And then the Coruscant, the planet itself that could have been in the theme park, the Coruscant section, could have been for everybody. You get what I'm saying? That's how you, because remember, Star Wars is like 3-4 generations deep. That's 50, 60 years deep. So you had to accommodate for every generation. If you're just going to have a Millennium Falcon there and a Tatooine, you're not even, and it's not even good, like infused with the Star Wars realm. You might be lucky if you get the older generation. Like, when I mean older generations, I mean like the 70s, 60s, 70s, and early 80s babies. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some 50s babies if they're still around, baby boomers. But That's what you're gonna get. And of course, everyone's talking about how fucking. I mean, everybody and their mama, even feminists, are even talking about how trash the new Star Wars is. It is trash. It is fucking trash, bro. It is trash. They didn't have to do Luke like that. They should have just made Luke a master, and then incorporate Rey. Not make Luke trash. Do you know who Luke Skywalker is? I've seen people fucking change their last names to fucking Skywalker. I know people who've changed their name. That's how serious this guy is. That's how inspirational these books were. People would change their freaking names, their children's names, from their own slave name or whatever the fuck name they have to Skywalker. There was articles, there's been newspapers, even in movies. Even in movies, you would see like Friday or Friday After the Next or whatever, or even Scarface even, you would see like a poster of Luke, Han, and Leia in the fucking background. Like, are you kidding me? That's just respect from one good movie to another good movie, from one good director to another good director. Like, you know what I'm saying? Luke Skywalker's name has been in fucking rap songs throughout 40 years. Like, come on, bro. And Kathleen Kennedy, because of women, that doesn't mean nothing. So if it don't mean nothing to you, which it clearly don't mean nothing to you, what about the thousands of people? Oh, they're just gonna get over it? So you're telling me that the people who believed that doing the right thing was a good thing, and they had inspiration by this character, a non-fiction character, and they even though ideology is wrong, they envisioned themselves of, you know, being something to that standard of being good, being holy, being truthful, being honorable, being noble, being courageous, loving, caring, charismatic. These are all the character traits of Luke Skywalker, okay? You know what I'm saying? He's very wise, too. He's one of the wisest Jedi Grandmasters there. Remember, in the entire Star Wars fucking... See, I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I know a lot about the lore, because I've read a lot. I have the books. There's only been like maybe 7 to 8, 9, 8, I'd say 8, and that's pushing it, Grand Masters, and from the Old Republic, the beginning of the Old Republic era, all the way to like Anakin's time. There's only been like 8. Qui-Gon Jinn was the first Jedi in over 10,000 or 15,000 years to figure out how to live past death, okay? And that's to become a Force ghost. And he taught it to his pupil, Yoda, and a couple others. Okay, so that should give you an idea of how powerful the Force is. It's not to say the Jedi are weak or nothing. It's just to say that the Jedi it's a true connection. Anakin and Luke are two different people. And I keep saying this all the damn time. In the books, Anakin was more of a Vegeta, and Luke was more of a Goku. But I don't even want to use that because that's not even true. Because Anakin in his time was more like Goku, and Luke was just Luke. Like, that's how it was. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to read them damn books. That's all I got to say. For you fans, you Disney motherfucking fuck-ups, you guys got to read the motherfucking books to see what the hell I'm even talking about. Luke was like the white Yoda. Okay? Luke was so powerful in the Force. He didn't even, like 60% of the time, he didn't even need to use his lightsaber. He used the Force to fight you. He would pick up rocks. Motherfucker, you would probably think he's earth bending or water bending or air bending. Motherfucker, he's the only Grandmaster in like 20,000 years who could use Force lightning, Force wind, Force blow, Force freeze, like Force mind. Look at all his powers that he could do. Anakin could do only a fraction of some of those. And that's not because Anakin couldn't learn how to do them. Anakin really used his Force attributes and his Force abilities for his physical attributes. So his speed, his jump, his height, his speed, his jump, his strength, you know, his Force grab, his Force pull, his Force choke. Like, because remember, at the same time, Anakin didn't have all remember, the Jedi in the Old Republic and the Jedi in Anakin's era are two different types of Jedi. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying they're two different types of Jedi, they're the same order, meaning that like the Force abilities that they would use in the Old Republic were different because of how many Sith were around. And in Anakin's time, you know, a lot of those ancient, or quote unquote ancient, even though it was only a couple thousand years, they were now, you know, the Sith were thought of to be extinct, and these things were also, these powers that the Jedi would use back in those times were also a way to, I guess you could say, slip into the dark side of the Force. They banned these Force powers, but they still have records of them. And that's what Anakin wanted, because Anakin thought he could find the secrets to saving Padme. That's why he wanted to become a master so damn bad. But, you know, like I said before, Luke and Anakin are two totally different people. Luke is more like Yoda, wise as hell. Wise. What, like, too wise, too smart for his own good. He would never, Luke, if ever, like, that's like someone with a gun. Luke never had to pick up his lightsaber because he was so strong in the Force. He manipulated his own father, one of the, if not the best Sith Lord ever. Fuck the Old Republic, fuck all that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of good Sith Lords, but George Lucas, so you have to make the character the best. Darth Vader was the deadliest Jedi purge ever. Anakin slaughtered them universal wide. Okay, slaughtered them, onslaughted them. Okay, Order 66 was nothing to fuck with. And if you read the books, it was nothing to fuck with. And on top of that, Luke would use the Force to manipulate his enemies, to turn them to good. And if he did pick up his lightsaber, if Luke ever did pick up his lightsaber, just know your ass was fucking grass. This guy mastered every form. Anakin didn't even do that. And Anakin was talented with the lightsaber. Luke was just naturally gifted because of the Force was so strong in his family. You know what I'm saying? It was too strong. Too strong. How strong? Too strong. Remember the Titans? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If Luke banged out with you with his lightsaber, it was just know, you was a badass motherfucker. You was a badass villain beyond the point of no return. You feel me? Like, Jesus couldn't even help you. Your ass going straight to hell. Like, that's how, like, Luke picked up if Luke picked up a lightsaber, him just touching his lightsaber needs dramatic ass climax music, because it was about to get it on and popping, okay? And when sometimes Luke didn't even have to use his lightsaber physically. If he went for his lightsaber physically, it was a problem. Like, Luke had an issue. Luke would use the Force on his lightsaber to fight you, while using the Force to manipulate your heart, to turn you to the light. Luke was a freaking problem, bro. Luke was nothing. And another thing, when Luke used the Force Ghost ability to talk to the only a few people knew it. He only would talk to Yoda, because Yoda was the only person on his level when it came to Force, and Yoda was nothing compared to Luke. Just imagine Luke stopping fucking. There was a guy in one of the books. I gotta get the name of that title of that book again. I'm gonna do it tonight, so I can make another video tonight. Okay, Luke fought this one guy who could destroy a whole planet with one punch. Like, literally, one fucking punch, and he'll break the whole planet in half. There's a story. Luke is on a Star Destroyer. Alright? Banging out with this guy and his troops, right? But they're shooting laser blasts at him and shit like that. And Luke's using the Force, but he's using it on his green lightsaber, and he's dotting. They blocking him. He's blocking the lightsaber blast, but his hand is not even on the lightsaber. He's like meditating while the lightsaber's like shielding like all the blasts from him. And while he's handling all of them, and then, you know, the guards are coming with the lightsaber swords and they're trying to fight him, he's not even touching his lightsaber. He's meditating, trying to put this whole fucking planet back together, while the lightsaber is like defending him, like all around him and shit. And he's just chilling, trying to put this shit back together. That's how powerful Luke fucking was. and for y'all, for Disney, for Kathleen Kennedy, for Bob Iger and Rian Johnson to fucking have Luke go to a fucking, I don't know what that was, a cow, whatever the fuck that was, to drink milk and be like, the legend. I am no legend. You know what Luke should have fucking said? I'm a Jedi Knight, I'm a Jedi Master, like my father before me, and I use the Force to manipulate my father out of the dark side, and save the universe and balance out the Force. That's what the fuck he should have said to Rey. That's what he should have said to Rey. He should have said something along those damn lines, okay? Not, I'm the legend. The legend. It was all because of me. I'm no legend. Like, get the fuck out of here. Come on, bro. And I'm happy, because I already know they're going to sell the Star Wars. They have no choice. It's costing them than keeping them. When they sell Star Wars, I hope they're not going to sell it to the competitor. They're not going to sell it to Universal. They're going to probably sell it to somebody else. But they need to sell it to Universal, because look at Transformers. Look at Transformers. Transformers is an actual good fucking movie. And it's for kids. And it's for adults. So George Lucas, I think he overlooked giving Star Wars to Disney. I think he overdid it. The children like Kevin Hart, fuck these damn kids. Right? Fuck these damn kids. Because at the end of the day, these kids they're not like the kids of his time. I don't think he understands that. And even my time, the 90s babies, these kids today are not like my time. These motherfuckers are talking about sex and shit and all types of weird shit and gay. And I'm like, bro, when I was that age, I didn't even really know what the fuck that was, like, until like high school. And these kids know about this shit. So trying to protect them and do all that weird dumb shit, they already see that shit. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't grow out of it. You know, and these people think that having an agenda is going to make them all become that. And it's like, bro, the people are not stupid. When you have an agenda, you're just trying to brainwash people into becoming these things. And the reason why it won't happen, because of religion, that's one thing. And two, you have too many people who are heterosexual. Even, look, for example, the gay parade, and they're not gonna do this. They should do this. The gay parade shit. You want to know a statistic? They did a statistic at the gay parade in New York City, right? There was over 15,000 people there. Can you believe that? Over 15,000 people at this fucking gay parade. They did a survey at the gay parade. You want to know some hardcore facts for your fucking asses? For you feminists and you fucking assholes out there? Even though this is about a Star Wars, I'm bringing it to this. You want to know something? 80% of the people that were there were heterosexual, supporting someone who's gay. So that means if there's 15,000 people there, only about 4,000 of them are actual gay. So if that's a little statistic in a fucking parade, just imagine the rest of the fucking America, the rest of the world. It's propaganda, and these people are boasting this. Listen, you won't see a gay person. I'll see one gay person here. You're not gonna see another gay person for 60 fucking miles. That's a fact. You're gonna see through the next 10 minutes someone who's heterosexual, someone's heterosexual. That's a fact. They just want to make it seem like there's so many gay. There's not a lot of gay people. In my whole apartment, there's one gay. There's not even gay. Actually, there are no gay people in my job. High school, there was maybe like a few, but they're trying to make it seem like there's a lot. There's not a lot of gay people in America, because America was never founded on gayism. And on top of that, when Obama took office, there was 300 million people, roughly. I can only imagine that number has increased. What will make you ever think that heterosexuals would ever be outnumbered by trannies and gays and all that weird dumb shit, purple-haired feminist bullshit? Even feminists don't even outnumber fucking heterosexual men and women. All of them together don't even make a fraction of the fucking population of the United States. Like, I need people to understand this, and it's so sad that I gotta bring this shit up in a Star Wars rant, but I just have to do it, because this is what they're trying to do. I'm not taking my children to fucking Disney. And I can tell you right now, a lot of people aren't even going there because Galaxy Edge is trash. Trash. And it's going to stay trash until they sell it or they do right by the fans. Because the fans, like me, I've pumped mad money into this. Now I'm rocking Kill Bill shirts. There should be a Star Wars shirt. I'm rocking Kill Bill shirts now. I gotta change my flow up now. Okay? Marvel is now on a level comparable to Star Wars, and that was never the case. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Star Wars was in its own category of greatness, along with like Lord of the Rings, The Matrix was another one. It was a great trilogy. What's another great trilogy that's great? You know, Jurassic Park. You hit some people. Jurassic Park ain't. First of all, it's not a trilogy. And Jurassic Park is like you go there one time, and then that's it. Like Jurassic Park is like a. Well, how could I say this? Jurassic Park doesn't have any substance behind it. What I mean by that is there's no lessons learned in Jurassic Park at all. Like there's Jurassic Park. There's it's like that hit song 6ix9ine did, right? It's high at first, and the radio overplays it, and then it's like, all right, it's lost in the wind. Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, George Lucas, Star Wars. That shit listen, that shit resonate. Dragon Ball, those shows resonate. Breaking Bad, you know, those shows resonate with people for years coming on. It's so deep with people. People introduce it to the next generation of people. That's how big it is. That's how much of a part of people's lives it is, because it has inspirational, strong, loving, charismatic stories, even some backstabbing stories, dramatic stories, envy, you know, has all these emotions with all these great lovable characters that we love. So, you know, I have to say my piece. I know this is a little long of a rant video, but it's a beautiful night. That's why I'm walking around my block, and I had to get that out there. You know, and we gonna keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars is gonna either give us what we want, or Disney's gonna sell them, because if it's gonna I know Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy, they money hungry fucking slave owners. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever. And that no business leader, no business person is gonna keep something that's gonna cost them more. So, and honestly, Disney has too many hit franchises for them to really maintain and keep them all good, in my opinion. They got Marvel. Marvel has so many hit comics. I don't even know what the fuck they're gonna do with all of them. Stan Lee should have sold that shit to Universal Studios. People don't trust Universal Studios, but I don't understand why. You should just... Transformers was a hit after the third one. It's something when a movie makes a fourth movie and a fifth movie and the shit is trash. They made a fourth and a fifth one with Mark Hamill and the shit was good. Like, you gotta look at your pros and your cons, okay? You gotta look at your pros and your cons. And honestly, Disney needs to get rid of it, because they just trash. They trash, bro. They just fucking trash. And I'm gonna make another video, but I'm gonna load this one up. I'm back soon. Jedi Master Maurice, I'm out.